In the biblical book of Genesis, we are introduced to the story of Cain and Abel, the sons of Adam and Eve. Cain, the firstborn, was a tiller of the ground, while Abel, his younger brother, was a shepherd. One day both brothers brought offerings to the Lord. Abel offered the firstborn of his flock, while Cain offered the fruit of the ground. God looked with favour upon Abel's offering, but he did not regard Cain's offering in the same way. This sparked jealousy and anger within Cain, leading him to commit a heinous act. Blinded by rage, Cain killed his brother Abel in a field. When God questioned Cain about his brother's whereabouts, Cain feigned ignorance, replying, "Am I my brother's keeper?" However, God, being all-knowing, was aware of Cain's transgression. As a consequence of his sin, Cain was cursed from the ground, destined to wander the earth as a fugitive. Afraid of the punishment that awaited him, Cain pleaded with God for mercy. He feared that others would seek retribution for his crime. In response to Cain's plea, God marked him, declaring that whoever harmed Cain would face sevenfold vengeance. This mark became known as the Mark of Cain. The exact nature of the Mark of Cain remains shrouded in mystery, as the Bible does not provide a detailed description. Some believe it to be a physical mark, while others interpret it as a spiritual sign. Regardless of its form, the mark served a crucial purpose: to protect Cain from those who would seek to harm him. This act of protection highlights a significant aspect of the story: God's mercy. Despite Cain's grave sin, God did not completely abandon him. Instead, he extended a measure of grace, ensuring Cain's survival. The mark served as a visible reminder of God's promise to protect him. The Mark of Cain also served as a constant reminder of his sin. It separated him from the rest of humanity, a physical manifestation of his transgression. This isolation likely weighed heavily on Cain, forcing him to confront the consequences of his actions. The story of Cain and Abel, while tragic, offers a profound lesson about the nature of sin, punishment, and redemption. It demonstrates that even in the face of darkness, a glimmer of hope remains. Over the centuries, the Mark of Cain has been subject to various interpretations and myths. Some have falsely attributed it to physical traits such as dark skin or a particular birthmark. These interpretations are not only inaccurate but also dangerous, as they have been used to justify prejudice and discrimination. It is crucial to remember that the Bible does not provide any physical description of the mark. Any attempt to assign a specific physical characteristic to it is purely speculative and lacks biblical basis. To do so is to distort the true meaning of the story. The Mark of Cain should not be seen as a brand of inherent evil, but as a symbol of God's complex relationship with humanity. It represents both punishment and protection, highlighting the consequences of sin while simultaneously offering a glimmer of hope for redemption. The story of Cain and Abel is a cautionary tale about the destructive nature of jealousy, anger, and violence. It reminds us that our actions have consequences, and that forgiveness and mercy, while not always easy, are essential for healing and growth. After receiving the mark, Cain journeyed east to the land of Nod, where he took a wife and fathered children. His descendants, known as the Cainites, became skilled in various crafts and arts. They built cities, forged tools, and created musical instruments. However, the shadow of Cain's sin seemed to follow his lineage. The Bible describes how violence and wickedness continued to plague the Cainites. Lamech, one of Cain's descendants, boasted of killing a man for merely wounding him. Despite their achievements, the Cainites' legacy became intertwined with sin and corruption. Their story serves as a reminder that even generations later, the consequences of past actions can continue to resonate. The fate of Cain and his descendants underscores the importance of breaking free from cycles of violence and seeking a path of righteousness. It challenges us to learn from the mistakes of the past and strive to create a better future. While the story of Cain and Abel is undeniably tragic, it also highlights a profound truth. God's mercy is boundless. Even in the face of horrific sin, God offers a path towards redemption. Despite Cain's actions, God did not strike him down. Instead, he offered protection and allowed him to live out his days. This act of mercy while seemingly contradictory to Cain's crime, underscores the depth of God's compassion. Furthermore, God's covenant with Noah, a descendant of Seth, Cain's brother, after the flood, demonstrates that he did not hold the sins of the father against the entire lineage. The story of Cain and Abel, while filled with darkness, offers a glimmer of hope. It reminds us that even in the face of despair, God's love and mercy remain ever present. The Mark of Cain continues to resonate throughout history, serving as a powerful symbol in literature, art, and popular culture. It represents the enduring struggle between good and evil, the consequences of sin, and the possibility of redemption. The mark's ambiguity allows for various interpretations, making it a rich source of exploration for artists and writers. It serves as a mirror, reflecting our own inner conflicts and the complexities of human nature. More importantly, the Mark of Cain serves as a timeless reminder of the power of forgiveness. Just as God showed mercy to Cain, we too are called to forgive others, even when they have wronged us deeply. The story of Cain and Abel, while ancient, continues to hold relevance in our modern world. It challenges us to confront our own capacity for both good and evil and to strive for a path of compassion and understanding. The story of Cain and Abel is a tale of sin, punishment, and the possibility of redemption. The Mark of Cain, shrouded in mystery, represents both the weight of our actions and the enduring nature of God's mercy. As we reflect on this timeless story, let us remember that we are all capable of both darkness and light. We all have the potential to inflict pain and to offer forgiveness. The choice ultimately lies within each of us. May the story of Cain and Abel inspire us to choose compassion over judgment, forgiveness over revenge, and love over hate. For in embracing these virtues, we honor the true meaning of the Mark of Cain, a testament to God's unwavering mercy and our own capacity for redemption. If you found this video useful, please share your experiences in the comments below and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't go just yet though, watch the next video on your screen.